It's been a minute since I've been before you guys all, and I've been having this testimony for a minute, and then it's like different testimonies kept on piling up, and it's like blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. But all that is because of God, and I don't even know where to start. But I'm just going to sum it all up because I, be on time. But about this time last year, or about the last time I testified about how I was working my 9 to 5 and I was tired of it, and I'm like, this isn't it. I know this isn't my calling, and it was really stressing me out. And I came to the church to do the books, and I saw a pastor, and pastor asked me if everything was all right, and we know that pastor be knowing, so I was like, pastor, so I'm like, pastor, I just need you to pray for me. He was like, always, right? And so I ended up, God just put it on my spirit what type of business to start, and I'm just researching different types of business, how to start a business. I came across this business coach by the name of Shoshana. I started following her on IG. I ended up joining her mentorship program. At the time, it was just like 60 people in this group. Our first class, her pastor was a guest speaker to this class, and they were like, okay, you guys introduce yourself. So because of what I learned here, normally the old Jovi was shy, and I'm not going to talk until you talk to me, but it was like a fire inside of me, and I'm like, God gave this to me for a reason. So I introduced myself, and I was bold, and I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, they gonna know who Jovi is because it's a reason why I'm doing this, right?
Come on.
So time goes on. I started working with her. She started having me. I'm like, then in this group of 60 people, I'm like the favorite. People see me as the favorite. People are calling me, asking what's going on, right?
That's right, Jovi.
So fast forward down to, this is about January. The group has now grown. Now there's 2 different business coaches. So there's a total of 3. There's Shoshana, who owns multiple ice cream shops in the state, nationwide, and then there's Sierra, who's a business coach, and then there's Ellie, she's an expert in funding. So I had the opportunity to meet these people. They invited me out to Sierra's home in downtown, a beautiful penthouse in downtown, and they wanted me to meet with them to have dinner.
Okay.
And I remember being nervous about this because I'm like, these are like millionaires, and they want to meet me. Like, out of all these people, they want to meet me.
Ooh.
And I remember my husband telling me, this is what we prayed for. Like, 6-figure people want to break bread with you. They see something in you, right? So go out there and walk with boldness. And I remember praying because I wanted to find my own purpose. I felt like I was just a wife. I was just a mom. I was just a friend, and there's more than me to just that. I'm more than just Rocky's wife. I have this husband, and he's bold and he's powerful. I'm more than just the shadow behind him. I'm more than just this woman that just bears miracle children. I'm more than that. I'm more than that. So I went to meet with them, and the same thing. It's just favor. Like, both of my coaches told me, Jovi, we have a lot of students, and I'm gonna just be real with you. Like, you're our favorite, and we want to work with you personally. We want to see you grow personally. So I'm like, okay. And then they're just putting all these ideas into me, and it's like all these things that they're telling me I can do and how I can benefit from it and how it could change my life. These are the things that I prayed for without knowing, and they're giving me the strategy and the blueprint on how to get it, and they're telling me we will help you get to this, right?
Wow, hallelujah.
So I started my business the end of January. As you guys know, I sell jewelry. I launched my website at 6 a.m. in the morning. By 6:18, all my necklaces were sold out.
Hey!
So now I have people all over. People from the Netherlands, people from Australia, people from all over wanting to get my jewelry, right? So my coaches see this, and they're like, Jovi, I told you, like, you're it. Like, you're on fire. Like, do not dim your light. Do not let that stop you. Like, you're on fire. Keep going. I'm like, okay, God's favor. I got this, right? Fast forward to a few weeks ago, they both called me. Both my business coaches called me on a conference call, and they're asking me how things are doing. They're now seeing my ads. They see that I'm booming. They're seeing that I'm popping. So they're like, we want to help you scale your business. Mind you, my classes, when I first started my classes, I had to pay for them. Now we have this relationship that I don't pay anything for.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm still in the group messages, and people are like going hand because because, you know, they want our coaches to themselves. They want somebody to hold their hand. But I have access to them for free. They're willing to pour into me for free, right? Woo! So they're asking me a few weeks ago when they called me, they're like, how can we sell your business? Where do you see your business going? So I'm like, shoot, I know how God is. So I see I see Rihanna wearing my jewelry. I see my jewelry in Saks Fifth. I'm just saying everything just going all overboard, right? Because I know the type of God I serve. I know that I sow. I know that I sacrifice so much. I remember the times that I was pregnant. I was having labor pains. I was on a ladder painting this wall right here. I remember the times that I didn't feel like being here and I was here. I remember when I didn't have it, but I was still giving. I remember all of that, right? So I know that there's nothing that's impossible for my God. So they tell me, they're like, Jovi, we want to work with you. We want you to come on board as a coach. We want you to teach branding, right? And so I'm thinking, like, teaching branding, that's big, because I see how they are and I see how they teach it. They teach these classes and I see how they're able to make 7 figures just by sitting on the internet teaching. And they're like, you need to be a part of this. We want you to make more money. We want you to be who you are destined to be. So I shared a goal with them that I had. It was a long-term goal. And Sierra, one of the coaches, asked, when do you see yourself attaining this goal? And I'm like, realistically by the end of January, right? And she was like, no, you working now. You about to get to that goal by July. So I'm like, okay. So last Thursday, they called me, and they called me with their assistant. They were on a 3-way, and they wanted to know, Jovi, we need to figure out the outline of what you're going to be teaching, because we're going to start these classes and we need you teaching. We're going to have this master class. The last master class we had, we capped it at 150 people. There's no cap. For these courses that you're going to be teaching, you're going to be charging $300 per course, no cap. So if the last class was capped at 150 people paying $300, this class ain't no cap, charging $300, and it's like they want me out of everybody. There's people that has more experience than me. There's people that have more following than me. There's people that they know personally that can teach these branding classes, but yet they see something in me, and they want me to do it. You know, and I'm so grateful, because there was a time that I felt like, you know, I'm going to take a break. You know, I got a lot of stuff booming. I'm starting to travel. I'm going to take a break. But it's like when I took that break, I realized that it was something that I can't let this go, you know, because everything that I got came from this place, you know. I'm able to speak to these people with resources, people with power, 7 figures. People are able to see the light in what I have out of all these other people, and I know where I attained that from. I know where I got that from, and I just remember the prodigal son, and I remember he got all this wealth. He was popping, right? He was so popping, and he kind of forgot about God, and he left and he did his own thing. But when he came back, he was welcomed, and he was welcomed with open arms. That's right. And I just look at my life, and I'm so grateful, because no matter how I think I may stray, God still continues to bless me no matter what. No matter what. I may wake up and I'm tired and I have all these orders to fill and I'm overwhelmed. Like, dang, I don't want to fill these orders. I don't want to go to the post office. However, this is what I prayed for. I remember sitting at my desk, working from home, praying for a successful business, and now I see the success that other businesses don't see until 3-4 years on down the line. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanted a voice. I wanted to be able to stand out aside from my husband, and now I have women who are DMing me, telling me how I encourage them to start their business as a mother, and it's just I'm just so grateful. And this morning I just want to sow. It's a repentance offering, and I know everybody's situation may be different. I'm repentant for God because I kind of stepped away, and I felt like, God, you blessing me, so I'm gonna just give my offering. I'm making good money now, so this should be good. Church, this isn't charity. It's more than just giving your money. You have to be there, you know. And then I remember how I walked in, and I see myself when it is time for me to go. I see other women that are gonna come in that are like me, and they're gonna be seeking something, and I want to set that foundation for them, right? So, you guys, this is last Sunday of the month, and I encourage you guys. God has been so good during this pandemic. You know, any pandemic is a pandemic. During this pandemic, God has been so good to us, and I just encourage you guys to give your biggest offering a sacrifice offering, and just thanking God for what He's done throughout this whole pandemic. So it's offering time, you guys.